Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, police in Greenville are asking for your help in identifying a suspected burglar who was caught on camera. This is that video, man, you can see there on the right side of your screen. Greenville police released the surveillance video from the break-in that happened at the 3400 block of Dunhaven Drive in the West Haven subdivision. The video shows a man prying at a back door at around 2:30 a.m. before forcing his way through an interior garage door. Police say when the burglar realized that the home wasn't empty, he quickly left, possibly on a bicycle. Now, a wallet was taken, while police say the two people inside were not injured. Anyone with information on this burglary should call the Greenville police at 252-329-3503. You can find that number there at the bottom of your screen, or you can reach out to Crime Stoppers at 252-758-7777. And we've been talking about it since last week. The Arctic blast is just about here. The cold temperatures are working their way into the east today, keeping our highs capped in the mid-50s, about 10 degrees below our seasonal average. But we've got even colder temperatures coming up tonight. Now, we have kind of dodged the worst of this system. NBC's Shaquille Brewster has more on how the rest of the country is faring from this early season Arctic blast.
Overnight, an early winter weather wallop, bringing storms, dangerous roads, and bone-chilling temps. With over 80 million Americans under freeze alerts and heavy snowfall in the Midwest. Residents near Chicago seeing nearly a foot in just a matter of hours. Across the region, heavy snowfall and high winds creating dangerous driving conditions amid a near whiteout. Multiple vehicles apparently sliding off the roadways in Indiana, causing traffic backups as drivers wait for help. This, the first snowstorm of the season for many parts of the country.
Breaking news, everyone. We have our first snow.
Michigan's Upper Peninsula seeing more than 10 inches on Sunday. The culprit, a blast of Arctic air funneling from the north, plunging more than 28 million people across the Great Lakes and Northeast into winter weather alerts.
Oh my God, it's snowing, y'all!
Western New York also under a blanket of lake effect snow, with the feels-like temperature expected to drop as low as 10 degrees.
I want you to see just how big these snowflakes are.
The South also battling dangerous conditions. Near Atlanta, heavy rain flooded roadways, even stranding this car over the weekend. And temperatures tumbling as far south as Texas.
Is it just me, or did Antarctica just hit today?
Freeze warnings issued for cities including Dallas and Austin. This Arctic system sending a chill through the final weeks of fall, a clear sign winter is coming.
And again, that was Shaquille Brewster reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast. Everything looking very sunny outside right now. The sunshine does not automatically equate to warm temperatures. That is a lesson we always learn throughout the late fall, more so the winter months. We're not quite to the winter months yet, but we're certainly going to be feeling like it by the time we get to tomorrow morning. Right now, 55 degrees in Washington, westerly breeze at 12 miles an hour. Overall, just a very cold air mass on its way. Currently actually moving in, and it's why we've got a freeze warning across just about all of eastern North Carolina, except for the Outer Banks and down East Carteret County. Those are the only areas not included within the freeze warning. And a warning means that it's happening. A watch means it's possible. Everything's possibly going to come together to give us a freeze. But no, this is pretty much locked in. We're looking at early morning temperatures down between 29 to 33 degrees. That puts your wind chill at around 22 to 27 degrees. These cold temperatures are going to be with us from 2 a.m. all the way till 8 a.m. And after that, even though we're going to be above freezing by the time we hit 9 a.m., the problem is we're really not going to be getting all that warm tomorrow. Looking at the mid to upper 40s tomorrow afternoon. So just get ready for a cold day right out of the gate, but the out of the gate temperatures is where the danger lies. Again, a widespread freeze expected across eastern North Carolina. And here you can see those cold temperatures, well, really that cold air mass rolling in. It'll stick with us through the day on Tuesday. Again, highs only reaching the mid to upper 40s. But then as we make our way through the tail end of the week, air temperatures will start to rebound. We'll get back at least into the mid, possibly upper 60s over this coming weekend. It's just going to take us a little while to actually get back to that spot. Thursday will be noticeably warmer than where we are going to be tomorrow, but today most of us have pretty much reached our high temperature for the day, mid 50s. There are a few upper 50s out there. We've got 57 degrees right now in Beaufort, 58 in Oriental, 59 in Stumpy Point, but the rest of us are sitting here looking at 56 degrees or cooler, with the coolest spot on the map right now, Elizabeth City, currently coming in at 51 degrees. Big reason why: winds out of the northwest continue to bring in that colder air. A 17-mile-per-hour sustained wind in Elizabeth City currently takes the cake as the strongest breeze at the moment, but earlier today, again, we had more of a 10 to 20-mile-an-hour sustained wind across eastern North Carolina. Later on tonight, those winds won't be going away. They're going to be sticking with us. In fact, could be increasing overnight tonight into tomorrow morning as we head towards 8, 9, and 10 p.m., going from about a 7-mile-per-hour breeze at 8 up to around a 13 to 14-mile-per-hour breeze as we head towards 10 to 11 p.m. And that will be there to greet us early on in the morning, and that is your wind chill. The winds blowing in at over 10 miles an hour will have extra bite when you factor in that temperatures are going to be in the upper 20s. Yeah, it is going to be a cold stretch, and it's not going to get a whole lot warmer in the afternoon. Mid to upper 40s planned for tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, lots of sunshine, but here's the one fun part of the forecast. Well, I think the entire forecast is fun if you're asking a meteorologist, but just general public, usually it's whenever you get the mention of snowflakes, ears start to perk up a little bit. And while we could certainly see some snowflakes coming up tomorrow morning, I want to caution everyone, look at the clock. Here we go. This is Tuesday morning at 1 a.m. Hopefully everybody is in bed, fast asleep, nice, warm, snugly in their beds. And this is when we could perhaps have some moisture roll over eastern North Carolina, interact with that colder air, and potentially give us a few isolated snowflakes. Now, should you wake up for this? Absolutely not. If you find yourself awake between around 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 a.m., turn the lights on outside, see if you can see any snowflakes coming down. That will be the opportunity you have, that 2 to 5 a.m. window, but certainly none of it is going to be sticking. And by the time we get to 7 a.m., all that moisture is going to be over the Outer Banks, if not moving off the coast. So again, an opportunity for maybe a little bit of a brief taste of Christmas, but Christmas is still very much 45 days away, and these snowflakes are going to reflect just that. We're getting close, but we're not quite there yet. Here's a big picture look at what we've got going on across the southeastern United States. That area of low pressure you're seeing over Maryland and Delaware, that's the low that's going to be giving us the moisture to perhaps sneak out a few snowflakes tomorrow morning. After that, it's going to be high pressure for the rest of the week. You can see that next high sitting over Mississippi and Alabama. That's going to work its way closer to eastern North Carolina, and it will be trailed by another high pressure system back towards Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. So those two highs back to back will have a very sunny effect on our forecast. Here's a look at the next 8 days. And pretty much from tomorrow morning all the way through Sunday, we're looking at a forecast that is going to be dominated by high pressure and sunshine. Highs usually give us very little cloud cover and calmer winds. That's exactly what we've got planned for the tail end of this week, and that's what's going to help lead us back into the mid to upper 60s for both Saturday and Sunday of the upcoming weekend. Now, next chance of rain holds off until we get into Monday. Yeah, we could have maybe a few drops, and again, maybe a stray snowflake later on tonight, but most of eastern North Carolina probably going to be missing out on that moisture opportunity. A few of us will get it. It will be cool to see, but again, I think we'll have a better opportunity for more widespread raindrops coming in by the start of next week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Monday. We'll see you back here coming up at 2 o'clock.